Good morning, everyone. We are going to start with a language arts video this morning. We're going to look at what you have to do for language arts, and then we're going to go through daily paragraph editing and your creation poster and what to do on those pieces. Okay, so starting with our tasks for today. I'm in Google Classroom, and it doesn't matter whether you're in Language Arts AM or PM. Okay, I'm going to click on classwork, and it should have posting. Let me switch. There we go. Right here for Tuesday. Here's what you're going to work on today. You're going to continue working on the body of your how-to writing. Today for A Magician's Nephew, you're going to read chapter 12, and remember you need a cereal box by Wednesday's class. Today we're also going to do box 12 of your creation poster. You're going to continue working on Wordly Wise lesson 3, and we are going to start editing Tuesday right now. So let's go ahead and get started with that. I'm going to switch my screen so you can see the editing. So we're continuing on this editing paragraph of all creatures great and small. So let's start by reading the paragraph, and then we will go back and make the changes. Harriet spent 5 years in vet school learning all about new procedures and medicines, but there is a great story in All Creatures Great and Small where Harriet doesn't need anything modern at all. A farmer called for help because his prize bull was ill. Harriet writes it was a frantic battle for breath, and it looked like a losing one. Harriet took the bull's temperature, and it was 110 degrees Fahrenheit. The bull had sunstroke. Harriet only needed to spray it with cold water. All right, so let's start here in at the first line, where it says Harriet spent 5 years in vet school learning all about new procedures and medicines, but there is a great story in All Creatures Great and Small where Harriet doesn't need anything modern at all. Well, we're going to start here. The very first thing that needs to happen is this needs to be capitalized. And then Harriet spent 5 years in vet school learning all about new procedures and medicines, but, so we have a pause there, so we need to insert a comma. But there is a great story. This is the wrong kind of there. Should be T-H-E-R-E. Is a great story in All Creatures Great and Small. We talked about this yesterday because it is a title of a story or a book. It needs underlined. Where Harriet doesn't, we're missing an apostrophe here, need anything modern at all. Okay, so we've got our other punctuation. That's the underlining. And it looks like they are counting there as our spelling error, so we can check that off too. All right, a farmer called for help because his prize bull was ill. And I don't see anything in that line that's a problem, so let's move on. Harriet writes, it was a frantic battle for breath, and it looked like a losing one. So we're going to stop there. Harriet should be capitalized. So Harriet writes, there's a pause here, so we want a comma. And then because we're quoting what she's saying, we're identifying specifically what she's saying, we want to insert quotation marks here. It was a frantic battle for breath, and it looked like a losing one. So that is our quotation mark. Harriet took the bull's temperature, and it was 110 degrees Fahrenheit. The only issue, I see a couple issues in here. Harriet took the bulls. Okay, so they have it as plural, and we need it to be possessive. So we're going to insert an apostrophe. Now we have 2 apostrophes. So we can check that off. And we have another pause here. So we need another comma. The bull had sunstroke. Harriet only needed to spray it with cold water. Okay, so again, this is the start of a sentence. We need to capitalize that. The bull had sunstroke. Well, that is a complete thought, so we can put a period there and a period at the end. So let's double check that we have all of our corrections. We need 4 capitals. 1, 2, 3. I think I'm missing 1. Where did I miss my other one? We should have... Oh, I see, I missed it. All creatures great and small, and should not be capitalized. That was my error of overlooking that. All right, so then we have the 2 apostrophes, we need 3 commas. So 1, 2, 3, 2 periods, 1, 2, and we've got everything. So make sure you have all those corrections. Now we're going to look at our creation poster, box 12, okay? So for this, we're going to look at box 12 here on my creation poster. So here I have box 12, and it should be empty, okay? It should be empty for you. I'm going to switch my screen back, and I am going to open up our slides, and we're going to go to that last slide. Okay, so if we scroll down to the very last slide, for box number 12, I love this picture. It's such a beautiful, beautiful picture. For box 12, it says, why a song? Why would the lion use a song for the creation of this new world? So in box number 12, I want you to write your response to that. Why would the lion use a song for the creation of the new world? And I want you to think about, what are most songs about? Most songs in general are about one thing. So what are most songs about? And then I want you to search the Psalms, and I want you to find 2 to 3 verses that support your reasoning for why the lion would use a song, okay? So think about why a song, why create the world using a song with no words, by the way. So I want you to write that in your box 12, and then I also want you to write 2 to 3 verses from the Psalms that support your reasoning as why the lion would use a song, okay? And that is all you are doing today for language arts.